Welcome back to another installment of Watch Me Prompt, where I essentially let you look over my shoulders as I create a new image in Midjourney, and you can see literally every step of what I do, every mistake that I make, every way that I try to solve an obstacle, and hopefully you also learn a little bit as we go along. So what I'm going to do today is I'm planning on creating an image that illustrates a method of prompting that I call layered multiprompts. So what exactly are layered multiprompts? Well, if you are familiar with multiprompts, then you understand what they are and that you can activate them by adding double colons at the end of a particular segment. And then you can either add a weight in the form of an integer number, as in 1, 2, 3, or 5, or you can just leave out the number and then the weight would be 1. However, layered multiprompts is not just the process of using multiprompts as they are, but using them in a very intentional way to paint a picture very similar to how you might paint with oil on canvas. So you're layering different things on top of each other. So without much further ado, let's get started and watch me prompt. So I'm going to move myself over here to the right corner just so we have a little bit more space. And I'm going to start off with my very first prompt. What I'm going to try to create is a relatively basic scene in, let's say, a city like New York City. It doesn't have to be New York City, but I might as well try it. So let's go with the following. Wide angle shot of a New York City street, canyonous skyscrapers on both sides. And let me add a blend of digital art and line art in color. And let's have a look at what our first layer looks like. First mistake. I forgot to add an aspect ratio of 4:5 because I'm creating these images for social media. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to cancel that previous job, and then we'll wait for this to generate. Okay, great. So let's have a look at these images, and we can see that we have our New York City street, we have a wide angle shot, and we have canyonous sort of skyscrapers rising up on the right side. The only thing that is bothering me a little bit is that these two images on the right here, they are not really in the style that I defined. I defined a style that is a blend between digital art and line art. The two left images are exactly what I'm looking for. But let's see whether that changes once I add a second layer on top. So what I'll do is I'm going to copy our previous prompt. I'm going to ignore the parameters for a second. And I'm going to enter that as our first segment. You see how I've added these double colons, and I'm not going to add a number because if I don't add anything, the default value is 1. So what I'll do now is I'm going to start off my second segment, which is our second layer on top, with a blend of digital art and line art in color, which emphasizes that that second layer should also be in that style. We kind of need to repeat this in every single layer that we put on top of it, just in order to make sure that Midjourney understands that that's exactly the style that we want. Otherwise, it will potentially generate the different layers with different styles, and then when it blends them together, it might end up being something completely different. So what do we want to add? We want to add let's say, a female fashion model wearing business attire, posing in the middle of the street. And let's maybe add something for the camera angle. I'm going to pick a glamour shot, and then we add a double colon, and I'm going to leave it at the default version 5 aspect ratio of 4:5, and let's have a look. Okay, so let's have a look at these images now. What we can see is that we still have the New York City street with buildings rising up on both sides. We also have a woman now posing in the street, although we could argue that not all of them are actually in business attire. So this one on the top left might be, the bottom right one is definitely kind of business attire. The top left as well. The bottom left, not so much, even though the style is exactly what we're looking for. So maybe we need to add one more layer. So in this layer, I'm actually going to, sorry, I forgot to copy my prompt again, as per usual. So I copy and I paste my prompt, then I add the third layer of basically our third segment of the multi-prompt, and I'm going to say just something like business photo shoot. Oh, I forgot the blend of digital art and line art in color. Business photo shoot, golden hour lighting, and let's add cinematic colors just to see what we get. And we wait for it to generate. Okay, so these look really great. We've got more focus on our female character. We've also got more of that dramatic cinematic color with golden hour lighting, not in every single shot. What's bothering me here is that these are very, very photo shoot-like images. Like, you can tell that there's a lot of elements of photography in here, and I don't want that. I also would like to see whether we can get the colors of her business attire to, classic banker black and white. Let's see whether that works. So what I would do in order to achieve this is I'm going to stick with my 3 layers because I don't want to add too much complexity. However, what we will do is we will go to the section where we have our female fashion model wearing black, or let's say business attire in black and white colors. And then we will add an additional segment, but not as a layer, but as a negative prompt. So I'm just going to add photography, and I'm going to go really subtle, just really, really subtly. I'm going to add a negative weight, and we'll have a look at what that outputs. Okay, cool. So what's great about this is that we have gotten 4 images that are 100% non-photos. Actually, no, wait, sorry. This one at the bottom still has slight elements, but it's almost without any sort of photography in it. Well, the interesting thing is that there's a guy here now on the left. We'll have to try to fix that. But these 2 top ones are great. I'm not too happy with the color though. So one of the things that I'll have to do is I'll have to fix that. Or I'll have to try. Obviously, we could also just re-roll, and we could also play around with the stylize parameter. But before we do that, I'd like to try something else first. So first of all, I would like to see whether we can do the following. We're going to change business attire to wearing a black business suit, or let's say, black suit. So it might be in the term that we're using. So for women, we very often say pantsuit, I believe. So I'm going to say black pantsuit. Not sure whether this is going to work. Again, this is just a test. And I will add stylize of 750 on this. And let's see whether that works. Okay, so we now have still the same problem. So unfortunately, that didn't really work out. We've removed most of the photographic visuals now, but we still have and it might be due to the due to the fashion model piece. So I'm going to do 2 things. So first of all, let me copy that. So what we're going to do is there's a method that someone from the community once named, I think, mirrored multiprompts, because I've done this before, where you basically try to repeat the elements that are very important to you multiple times, but you don't not in the same segment, but you essentially almost mirror a segment in another segment. That might be confusing the way I just said it, but let me just demonstrate it to you. So I'm going to remove the fashion model part, and I'm going to say a businesswoman in a black pantsuit, And what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our first segment and we're going to add elements that we want to definitely see. So we're going to repeat those parts that we're missing that we want to emphasize even more. But we're going to use slightly different words to describe it. So what I'll say is an attractive businesswoman standing in the street. And in the last one, we'll also add woman wearing black pantsuit. And let's see what this gives us. Now, clearly, as you can see, this worked out really great. We still don't have the black suit necessarily on every single one of these women, but we have it on the bottom left, the top right, and they're wearing white shirts with a tie, which suggests what's kind of a male characteristic. But hey, nowadays, who knows what's male, what's female, or what's not. What we're going to do is I'm going to re-roll this a couple more times, or actually, no, let's do a little trick here. I'm not going to re-roll, but instead I'm going to play around with permutations. Or should I do repeat? No, I'm not going to do repeat. I'm just going to do permutations. 750 one more time, and let's see what we get if we use a value of 1000. So it asks me whether I want to generate these two, and then I say yes, and we wait. And this is exactly why I like playing around with these stylized parameters so much. And you need to keep an open mind. So even though our original objective was to get a woman in a black pantsuit, and we do have some options, I must say that I kind of prefer some of the other ones. They actually look much better. So this was our 750, which wasn't enough, in my opinion, compared to the other ones, because these look really sharp. I'm going to re-roll this one last time, hoping to get an image that's closer to one of these here, top left, bottom right, but actually with a black business suit. But other than that, we'll just take one of those. Okay, let's have a look at those, and no, not exactly what I want. I kind of am tempted to use the top left one, but I'm actually going to use this one here. This one's good too, especially because of the background effects here. They look pretty cool. But I think, you know what? I'll keep it a surprise, and you'll see it on social media at some point, or maybe you've already seen it because I don't know when I'm going to release this video compared to when I post these. But let me just upscale number 1 and number 3, and I actually want to have a look at this one in full size. Yeah, so this looks really cool, but this one kind of looks cooler. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video where I let you watch me prompt and where I've demonstrated another example for layered multi-prompts. And yeah, I suggest you try it out yourself, and I'll see you next time. Keep on learning and take care.